This is interviewer number 937, and I am Gaurav Sharma, and I welcome you on the behalf of IDP. So let's begin with the interview. What's your name?
My full name is Astha Sumra.
How may I address you?
You can just call me by my first name, which is Astha.
Where are you from?
Well, basically I'm from Jean, which is in the heart of Haryana. However, I have been residing in Karnal since 5 to 7 years now.
Do you work or study?
Well, I'm partially in both the boards, so I'm working part-time as a nursing assistant, and I'm studying as well. I'm just pursuing my Masters of Education from University of Newcastle.
Do you like your profession?
Well, I love my profession, and mainly it is because it provides me the opportunity to see the life from others' opinion and eyes. I usually work with elderly people who have seen the world, and I can learn a lot from them, and every day I get a new lesson about the life.
May I know something about your hobby?
Well, I am more into gardening these days, and now if you visit my house, you would see that my living room is filled with all the indoor plants, varying from big leaves, which, for instance, monstera, to the plants which have some significance with them. For instance, a money plant, jade. So,
Did you have the same hobby when you were a child?
not really. When I was a child, I was more into outdoor games, and I would say playing any team game, which can be cricket or kabaddi was pretty popular at that time. And considering my health, so I was more into outdoor games rather than gardening or some hobbies which keep me inclined indoors.
Which subject did you like when you were a child? And do you like the same subject even today?
Well, I have always been a big fond of mathematics, and I'm still into it. However, I am exploring a new uh, subject which is pretty closely related with mathematics, which is physics. And I completed my Masters of Physics, and I learned that whatever I have learned, whatever I had learned in my childhood, plays a crucial role in my youth life as well.
Okay, now we move on to the second part, that is cue card. You'll be given 1 minute to note down your ideas and the question, and thereafter you have to speak for 2 minutes. Your time starts now. You can use this sheet. So it is here. Describe a book that you have read many times. Right? So the time is almost over. For the viewers, let me tell you the cue card is: describe a book that you have read many times. You should say when you read it for the first time, what kind of book it is, what the book is about, and explain why you like to read it again. Yeah.
Being a teacher, I come across many books every day, and here today I would like to talk about one book which is not meant for my academic purpose, but it was a motivational book, which is You Can Win by Shiv Khera. Shiv Khera is a profound motivational speaker and writer, and last year I had the opportunity to see him in person in Delhi, where he was attending a conference. And I was also a part of the spectators there. I have read this book countless times, but whenever I read it for one more time, it gives me a new motivation and encouragement towards my life, day-to-day life. This book not only has something for personal improvement, but also for professional attitudes and principles required for day-to-day life. After reading this book, I have realized that there is a huge difference in my personality. I have started seeing things with more optimistic nature, and I have learned that one can do whatever they want if they adopt the right ways or paths for it. The most impactful statement from this book that I read and found crucial for everybody was that just like our body needs food, a good food to perform better, our brains also need some good food in form of creative and innovative thoughts. And after that, I have realized, after reading these thoughts, I have realized that whenever we listen to any motivational speaker, or if we get the opportunity to read the books, then they can improve our life in many ways.
Fine. That's the end of the cue card. Time is over. Now we move on to the third part, that is follow-up questions, right? Do you prefer books or watching movies?
Well, I am more into reading, so I would say I prefer reading books. However, there are times that I just want to break the monotony, and I would be sitting with my family and enjoying any movie. However, I usually prefer comedy movies instead of suspense and drama.
Fine. Do you think it is important to read the book before watching the movie version of it?
Well, not really. I can indicate an example here. I watched Two States movie, which is based on marriage of two persons who have completely different beliefs and rituals. And I had never read that book by Chetan Bhagat, but I had heard a lot about it. And when I watched the movie, I didn't realize that I needed to read the book. So I would say.
Do boys and girls like to read this similar books? Or you think that they have different
Not
likes?
really. I believe that gender plays a crucial role in deciding what kind of interests one have. For instance, girls are more into fashion magazines, and boys are more into thriller and suspense. But one thing that most of the youths, irrespective of their gender, are into is motivational book. So anybody can.
Okay. What kind of books do Indian people like to read?
Well, it depends on age and gender, as I mentioned earlier. For age, I would clarify it that if there is a child, he would be more into stories and all, but when they grow younger and in youth age, they prefer to read motivational book which have something to encourage them. And in the old age, most of the elderly people are more into religion kind of thing, so they are more inclined towards spiritual books.
That's the end of this interview session, and Asa, I would like to award you not more than 7.5. I wish you score 8 in future, but at the same time, I'd like to tell you that you were holding a pen. It is not acceptable, that's one thing. And second, you need to work on your ideas more. No doubt they were good, but I'm pretty sure the classes here at the Banerjees that we will equip you with good ideas and more confidence. That's all. Thank you very much.